Friends, look around you today and realize that you are standing at the threshold of something remarkable. Every single person in this room, every person listening to these words, carries within them a silent, pulsating rhythm of potential that is waiting for a single command, the command to start again. We often think of time as a linear, unbreakable chain that drags us from the past into an inevitable future. But the truth is far more liberating. Time is a series of moments, and each moment is an invitation to begin. A new beginning isn't just a date on a calendar like the 1st of January. It isn't just the start of a new job or the move to a new city. A new beginning is a state of mind. It is the moment you decide that your history will no longer be your destiny. It is the instant you look at the wreckage of a failure, the dust of a disappointment, or even the comfort of a plateau, and you say, "This is not where my story ends." We spend so much of our lives looking in the rearview mirror, obsessed with the turns we missed and the potholes we hit. We convince ourselves that because we failed once, we are failures. We tell ourselves that because we lost a dream, we are dreamless. But nature itself rebels against this logic. Every morning, the sun rises over the horizon, casting away the absolute darkness of the night, not because the night was unimportant, but because its time has passed. The seasons do not apologize for changing. The winter doesn't feel guilty for the leaves it lost. It simply prepares the ground for the green of the spring. You are part of that same cycle. You have within you the same biological and spiritual imperative to renew, to shed the old skin of who you used to be, and to step into the light of who you are becoming. The hardest part of any new beginning is the courage to be a beginner again. We live in a world that prizes expertise, polished images, and instant success. We are afraid to look foolish. We are afraid to be the person at the gym who doesn't know how to use the machines, or the person in the office who has to ask the obvious questions. But there is a profound, holy power in being a novice. When you are a beginner, the world is wide open. You aren't burdened by the way things have always been done. You aren't trapped by the expectations of your previous reputation. When you embrace a new beginning, you grant yourself the most precious gift a human being can receive: the permission to try, the permission to fail, and the permission to learn. Think about the seeds buried deep in the dark, cold earth. From the perspective of the seed, the world is ending. It is being squeezed, it is damp, and it is alone. It has to break apart. It has to crack its own shell, the only protection it has ever known, just to reach for something it can't even see yet. That cracking process feels like destruction, but it is actually the birth of a forest. Many of you feel like you are cracking right now. You feel like the pressures of life, the loss of a relationship, or the stagnation of your career is breaking you. I want to tell you that you aren't being broken, you are being broken open. That crack is where the new life starts. That crack is where the light of your new beginning finally finds a way in. Do not wait for the perfect conditions to start. Did you wait for the wind to be exactly right, for the bank account to be exactly full, or for your confidence to be unshakable? You will die waiting on the shore. New beginnings are forged in the middle of the storm. They are built with shaky hands and uncertain hearts. The magic isn't in the certainty of the outcome. The magic is in the bravery of the first step. When you take that step, you signal to the universe that you are a participant in your own life, not just a spectator. You move from the passenger seat of what happened to me into the driver's seat of what I am creating. I know there is a voice in your head whispering that it's too late. It tells you that you've wasted too much time, that you're too old, or that you've made too many mistakes to ever truly start over. That voice is a liar. As long as there is breath in your lungs, the canvas is not full. You can pick up the brush at any moment and paint a different stroke. Some of the greatest stories in human history began in the second half of life. Some of the most beautiful gardens were planted on land that was once considered a wasteland. Your past is a school, not a prison. Take the lessons, take the wisdom, take the scars, because scars are just proof that you healed, and bring them with you into this new chapter. You aren't starting from scratch, you are starting from experience. A new beginning requires a conscious release. You cannot carry the stones of yesterday's resentment and expect to climb the mountains of tomorrow's opportunity. You have to put the weight down. Forgive yourself for not knowing then what you know now. Forgive the people who couldn't love you the way you needed to be loved. Forgive the version of yourself that stayed too long in a bad situation. Letting go isn't about forgetting. It's about realizing that your hands are too full of the past to grab hold of the future. Get them to your hands. Clear your heart. Make room for the miracles that are looking for a place to land. This journey you are about to embark on will not be easy. A new beginning is often lonely at first. When you change, the people who were comfortable with your old self might be confused or even angry. They might try to pull you back into the old patterns because your growth highlights their stagnation. Let them go with love, but do not stop walking. Your new beginning is a private contract between you and your potential. It doesn't require a public vote of confidence. It requires your internal resolve. It requires you to wake up every single morning and recommit to the person you are becoming, even when the old you feels like a comfortable pair of shoes you want to slip back into. Understand that a new beginning is not a destination. You don't arrive at a new beginning and stay there. It is a daily practice. It is the choice to see every sunrise as a fresh opportunity to be kinder, bolder, and more authentic than you were the day before. It is the audacity to believe that your best days are not behind you, but are currently being woven into existence by your choices today. You are the architect, or the author. You are the visionary. The rubble of the past is simply the building material for the palace of your future. So, take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your chest. That breath is the only proof you need that you are ready. The past is a ghost, the future is a dream, but this moment, this right here, is the beginning. What will you do with it? Will you stay frozen in the memory of what was, or will you step forward into the mystery of what could be? Door is open, the light is calling. Your new beginning starts the very second you decide it does. As you stand in this space of transition, it is vital to recognize that the middle of a new beginning is often where the real battle is won. The initial spark of inspiration is beautiful, but the sustained flame of transformation requires a different kind of fuel. When the novelty wears off and the hard work of building a new life sets in, you will be tempted to look back. You'll remember the good old days, forgetting why you chose to leave them in the first place. You will face the messy middle. That period where the old you is gone, but the new you hasn't fully arrived yet. It is a period of total vulnerability, like a caterpillar inside a cocoon. People see the silk shell and assume nothing is happening. But inside, there is a total dissolution of structure. The caterpillar literally turns to liquid before it can become a butterfly. If you feel like you are melting, if you feel like you have lost your shape, do not panic. You are in the process of reorganization. You are being refined by the fire of your own courage. A new beginning demands that you audit your environment. You cannot grow a tropical flower in an Arctic climate, and you cannot grow a magnificent life in a toxic environment. As you start this new chapter, look at the voices you allow into your inner circle. Look at the media you consume, the conversations you entertain, and the beliefs you hold as absolute truths. Many of the walls holding you back are not made of brick and mortar. They are made of "I can't," "I shouldn't," and "what will they think?" To truly begin anew, you must become the gatekeeper of your own mind. You must be willing to prune the dead branches of your social circle to allow new growth to flourish. This isn't about being cold, it's about being committed to your survival and your success. You owe it to the world to be the highest version of yourself, and you cannot do that while carrying the weight of other people's limitations. One of the greatest illusions we face is the idea that a new beginning must be loud. We think it requires a grand announcement, a viral post, or a dramatic exit, but the most powerful beginnings are often silent. They happen in the quiet hours of the morning when you decide to wake up and work on your dream before the rest of the world is awake. They happen in the secret moments when you choose a healthy habit over a destructive one. They happen in the privacy of your own heart when you finally decide to stop lying to yourself. Do not worry if no one is cheering for you yet. Do not worry if the world hasn't noticed your shift. The roots of an oak tree grow deep underground in total darkness long before the first leaf breaks the surface. Trust your invisible growth. Trust the silent work. The external manifestation of your new beginning is inevitable if the internal foundation is solid. The enemy of a new beginning is the obsession with perfection. We often stall our progress because we want the path to be clear of obstacles. We want to be sure we won't make a mistake. But a mistake is not the opposite of a new beginning. It is a vital part of it. Every error is data. Every setback is a lesson in disguise. If you fall, do not see it as a sign that you should go back to your old life. See it as a sign that you are pushing your boundaries. You are learning the terrain of your new territory. The only people who don't fall are the ones who never move. Embrace the clumsiness of your transformation. Laugh at the stumbles. Each time you get back up, you are not just returning to where you were, you are rising with more strength, more resilience, and more character. The new you isn't someone who never fails. It's someone who refuses to let failure be the final word. Consider the power of momentum. A new beginning is like pushing a heavy car. The first few inches require an enormous amount of energy. You strain, you sweat, and it feels like the car isn't moving at all. But then, it moves an inch, then a foot, then a yard. Suddenly, the wheels are turning on their own, and you can't stop it even if you wanted to. This is why the first few days and weeks of a new beginning are so critical. You have to provide the initial force. You have to be your own engine. You have to show up when you're tired, when you're bored, and when you're discouraged. Consistency is the bridge between the life you have and the life you want. Small, seemingly insignificant actions, repeated daily, create a compound effect that will eventually look like a miracle to everyone else. They won't see the thousands of times you push the car. They will only see you driving at full speed. In this new phase, you must also redefine your relationship with fear. Fear is not a signal to stop. It is a signal that you are approaching a frontier. It is the natural reaction of the ego trying to protect you from the unknown. But the unknown is the only place where growth happens. Everything you want, the peace, the prosperity, the love, the fulfillment, is currently sitting just outside your comfort zone. If you feel a knot in your stomach as you start this new journey, welcome it. That knot is your potential trying to expand. Talk to your fear. Acknowledge its presence, thank it for trying to keep you safe, and then tell it to take a backseat. You are the one holding the steering wheel now. You're moving toward the life that scares you a little bit, because that is the life that will truly wake you up. I want you to think about the word reset. On a computer, a reset doesn't delete the hardware. It clears the glitches and the frozen screens, so the system can run as it was designed to. You are resetting your internal system. You are clearing the cache of old traumas and the temporary files of other people's opinions. You are returning to your original design, the one that was curious, bold, and full of wonder before life told you to be small. This new beginning is a homecoming. It is a return to the you that existed before the world broke your heart or dimmed your light. You are reclaiming your right to be happy. You are reclaiming your right to be successful. You are reclaiming your right to take up space in this world. As you move forward, keep your vision sharp. Don't just run away from a bad situation. Run toward a magnificent one. If you're only running away, you will stop as soon as you feel safe enough, which usually isn't very far from where you started. But if you are running toward a vision, you will keep going long after the pain of the past has faded. Create a picture in your mind of the person you want to be a year from now. Let out they walk. How do they speak? How do they treat others? Start acting like that person today. Don't wait for the circumstances to change before you change your attitude. Change your attitude, and watch how quickly the circumstances scramble to keep up with you. You are a powerful creator, and your thoughts are the blueprints for the reality you are building. Remember that a new beginning is a gift that many people never give themselves. They stay in the same town, the same job, the same resentment, and the same boredom for 80 years and call it a life. By choosing to begin again, you are proving that you are alive. You are proving that you believe in the possibility of better. That belief is a revolutionary act. It is a spark of light in a world that often feels dark. Your courage to change will inspire others to change. Your willingness to start over will give someone else the permission they've been waiting for. Your life is not just about you. It is a testimony to what is possible for a human being who refuses to give up. Keep your eyes on the horizon. The shadows of the past are long, but the sun in front of you is stronger. You have survived every single thing that life has thrown at you so far. Your track record for surviving difficult days is 100%. Use that strength. Use that history of survival to fuel your future of thriving. You aren't just starting a new chapter, you are writing a whole new book. The pen is in your hand, the ink is fresh, and the page is perfectly white. Now we come to the most profound truth about a new beginning. It is not a one-time event, but a lifelong commitment to evolution. As you walk this path, you must realize that the finish line is a phantom. There is no point where you will finally arrive and never need to grow again. The beauty of the human spirit lies in its infinite capacity to reinvent itself. If you find yourself 6 months or 6 years from now feeling stuck again, do not despair. Do not think that this current effort was in vain. It simply means it is time for another beginning. We are like the tides of the ocean, constantly receding and surging forward, each wave bringing new shells to the shore and taking away what is no longer needed. Embracing the cycle of renewal is how you become unshakable. When you are no longer afraid to lose who you were, you become powerful enough to become whoever you need to be. One of the greatest challenges you will face in this final stretch of transformation is the temptation of good enough. You will reach a point where things are better than they were. The pain has subsided, the chaos has calmed, and you've achieved a level of stability. This is the danger zone. This is where many people stop. They settle for a new normal that is slightly better than their old misery, but far below their true potential. I am here to tell you that you were not born for good enough. You were born for greatness. A new beginning is not just about escaping the basement of your life, it is about building the penthouse. Do not let the comfort of a plateau rob you of the glory of the peak. Keep pushing. Keep asking yourself, what else is possible? What more can I give? How much deeper can I love? How much higher can I climb? Your new beginning is a doorway to an expansive universe, and you have only just stepped through the frame. As you continue, cultivate a spirit of radical self-compassion. There will be days when the old you tries to stage a coup. There will be days when you move backward instead of forward. On those days, do not pick up the whip of self-criticism. That whip is a tool of the past. It belongs to the person you used to be. Instead, use the tool of the future, grace. If you fail today, begin again tomorrow. If you fail in the afternoon, begin again in the evening. The ability to hit the reset button at any second is your greatest superpower. Perfection is a cage, but progress is a playground. Treat yourself with the same encouragement you would give a child learning to walk. You wouldn't yell at a toddler for falling. You would reach out your hand and say, "Try again." Reach out that hand to yourself. Every time you choose kindness over shame, you strengthen the foundation of your new life. We must also talk about the legacy of your new beginning. When you change your life, you change the world. We are all connected by invisible threads of influence. When you find the courage to leave a toxic situation, you create a ripple of courage that reaches people you will never meet. When you decide to pursue a dream later in life, you give hope to someone who thought their time had passed. When you choose sobriety, or health, or honesty, or joy, you are setting a new standard for your family and your community. Your new beginning is an act of service. It is a lighthouse for those still lost in the fog. Never underestimate the impact of one person deciding to live a truthful, vibrant life. By saving yourself, you are inadvertently teaching the world that salvation is possible. You are a living, breathing proof of the resilience of the human soul. Think for a moment about the concept of kintsugi, the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold. In this tradition, the breakage is not hidden. It is highlighted. The gold seams make the vessel stronger and more beautiful than it was when it was brand new. This is what a new beginning does for you. It takes the shattered pieces of your heart, your bank account, your career, or your health, and it joins them back together with the gold of wisdom and experience. You are not damaged goods. You are a masterpiece of restoration. Your scars are not blemishes. They are the most valuable parts of your story. They tell a tale of a person who went through the fire and didn't just survive, but was refined. When people look at you, they won't just see your success. They will see the gold in your seams, and they will know that they can be repaired too. As we reach the conclusion of this message, I want you to look at your hands. These are the tools of your new beginning. Everything you need to create a magnificent life is already within your reach. You have the mind to plan, the heart to feel, and the will to act. The universe is not conspiring against you. It is waiting for you to take the lead. It is waiting for you to declare your intentions with such clarity and conviction that the path begins to clear before you. Do not ask for permission to be great. Do not ask for a seat at the table. Build your own table. The world belongs to those who show up, those who stay curious, and those who are brave enough to start over as many times as it takes. Let this moment be the anchor for your future. When things get hard, and they will, remember the feeling you have right now. Remember the sense of possibility that is stirring in your chest. That feeling is the truth. The doubt you feel later is a lie. Hold on to the truth. Build a sanctuary in your mind where your dreams are safe from the cynicism of the world. Protect your spark. Fan it into a flame, and let that flame become a bonfire that lights up the night. You are the protagonist of an epic saga. Every great story needs a turning point, a moment where the hero decides to fight back, to change course, and to win. This is your turning point. This is the moment they will write about in the biography of your life. Go out into the world today with your head held high. Example, do not walk with the heavy gait of a victim. Walk with the purposeful stride of a pioneer. You are entering uncharted territory, and that is exactly where you belong. There are new people to meet who will love the new you. There are new places to see that will inspire your new perspective. There are new challenges that will call forth your untapped strength. The old world is fading away, and a new world is being born beneath your feet with every step you take. Do not look back. There is nothing for you there. The person you were is a shadow, and you are headed toward the sun. The mistakes of the past are paid for. The debts are cleared. The slate is clean. This is the first day of the rest of your life, and it is a beautiful day to begin. You are ready. You are capable. You are worthy. And most importantly, you are just getting started. Take that first step, then the next, and the next, until you realize that you aren't just starting a new beginning. You are the beginning. You are the source of your own light. Now, go and shine so brightly that the world has no choice but to see you. Your time is now. Your life is here. Your new beginning has arrived.